You're watching the Highlight Zone, Friday edition. Northeast Indiana, it's time to get in the zone.
Feels real good, I'm not even gonna lie.
We're playing a lot harder than we usually have.
We've done something now we haven't done in 23 years. I don't like talking about it a lot. A little bit superstitious. It's a big week, without question.
We want to win more than 3 games.
Biggest key is just slowing down the run and stopping Tavon Hurst.
Whoever wins this game's got a leg up.
We're all swarming, playing faster than we ever have before.
Find the ball and attack it.
It is a big week. Week 4 separating the men from the boys. Each conference putting the pressure on the undefeated teams at the top while the underdogs look for the upset.
A perfect NEC seed battle between Angola and Lakeland. In the SAC, Lures, Dwenger, and Wayne all trying to stay unblemished. And Bluffton looks for a 3rd straight win in the ACAC. We'll get to the game of the week in a minute, but first we head to Columbia City for a real barn burner. Homestead looking to bounce back after last week's epic loss to East Noble. Columbia City hoping to stay undefeated. They were down 28-7 in the 3rd quarter. Logan Rare finding Connor Slavich for a nice TD. Homestead up 28-14, and the comeback is on. Rare, the 4th-year starter for Columbia City. This time the quarterback sneak cuts the lead to 28-21. And guess what? He wasn't done there. Rare to Thomas De La Garza, the long touchdown pass. And unbelievable, tying it up at 28 after being down 3 scores. Homestead just trying to get something going on offense to come out of Columbia City with a win. But Jared Murphy picks off Homestead's Zach Terrell. And Columbia City with a chance under a minute going for the field goal, but it's blocked by Homestead. So Homestead with another chance under a minute. Zach Terrell poised here, finding Isaac Griffith, wisely getting out of bounds, giving the Spartans a chance for the game-winning field goal. But wide left is Austin Wilburn, but a penalty called, so they get one more chance on the second chance. They get it to go for the win, and Homestead just hanging on after Columbia City charges back 31-28, the final.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the sound for that, but you can only imagine what it was like afterwards. We'll have definitely on Wayne.com after the show, but Homestead, after a bad loss to East Noble last week, coming through, big win over Columbia City. Homestead will host Belmont next week as Columbia City travels to DeKalb. Now, let's get back to the game of the week. Both Carroll and New Haven off to great starts. The Chargers, 2 straight wins. Bulldogs, 3-0 for the first time since 1987. Those two colliding at John Young Stadium. The Chargers and the Bulldogs, your Highlight Zone game of the week. New Haven's Tavon Hurst, the state's leading rusher, almost 800 yards in the first 3 games. Let's pick this game up. In the first quarter, Carroll down 7-zip, but Cam Wisely hits John Hester. 14-yard touchdown.
I think his cousin works here.
His cousin works here. Trey says, good job, boy. That tied the game at 7. Right here, 4th and 1 on the New Haven 44, but it's the Chargers, or the New Haven defense with a big loss right there with 40 seconds left in the half. Lucas Salerno, that's what I call airing it out. LaJuan Ford, a 22-yard touchdown. Bulldogs led 14-7 at the half. Second half, there's our man Tavon Hurst. Didn't have a huge game tonight, but he did have some key yards, 14 yards right there down to the 2 where Casey Paris takes it in. He had 2 touchdowns on the night. New Haven still undefeated, 35-7 the final.
It was great. Defense got on it. Offense ran the ball hard. We wanted to get on it towards getting that touchdown. We wanted to score. It was beautiful.
It was perfect, I think. We ran the ball, we mixed it up, threw quite a bit. It was good balance, get me back in the lineup.
One game by one game, in this conference, you don't have the luxury of looking past anybody. We got to go to the courtyard, and we got to repeat what we did tonight.
Great win by the Bulldogs. Next week, they travel to Norwell. Carroll will host East Noble. And speaking of the Barons, DeKalb looking for their first win. Jim Hummer's team at East Noble. A.J. Dove, the hero from last week, to Nick Myers. Huge touchdown right there. The Knights take a 7-0 lead just 51 seconds in. DeKalb, though, trying to answer back. It's Carter Stafford, the quarterback. Keeper takes it in. That would tie the game at 7. But Dove, he likes to throw the ball for a reason because he has guys like Jordan Gator that will catch the ball. That made it 14-0. East Noble, they stay undefeated in NEC play. A huge win over DeKalb, 42-14 your final. Well, switching to the SAC, nobody has been able to touch the Saints here in 2010. The average score of a Bishop Dwenger game so far this season, anyone? How about 48-8? Let's go to Spooler Stadium, Northrop. Hoping to be just more than a bump in the road against Dwenger. Check out the brutal sun. I feel for those Bruin fans. Every home game, they get it right in the face right there. Very first play of the game, Colin Bouillon's pass tip, picked off by Evan Feichter. Nice return would set up the Saints' first score just 3 plays later. It's Patrick Ryan. Check out the great catch right there. Cameron Smith, 24-yard touchdown. And just 34 seconds in, it's 7-zip Saints as the fans were working the vuvuzelas out at Spooler. Saints D forces a 3-and-out. Ryan options to Jalen West right into your living room. 14-yard touchdown. Saints up 14-0 as the general looks on. The Saints D just suffocating. Brian Bowers coming up with the big sack. Stanford commit Ramon Wright. He has 83 yards and 3 touchdowns as Dwenger rolls. 52-zip the final.
Over at Luers Field, the Battle of Paulding Road, undefeated Knights taking on 1-2 Harding. Not a lot of people thinking it's going to be close this year. Luers' third possession of the first quarter. D'Angelo Fincher taking it in with the 2-yard run, putting the Knights up 7-0. Harding offense struggling a little bit in the first half. They were forced to punt right here, but turned out to be a good thing. Luers muffin the punt. Harding recovers this one inside the red zone, and on the very next play, they take advantage. Zach Bohaydock keeps it himself for the 1-yard touchdown run, cutting the Luers lead to 7-6. 10 seconds before halftime, Harding handing it off to the big man going in 2 yards, and it's the Hawks taking a 14-7 lead at the half. But Luers charges in the second half. They get the win 16-14.
Let's head over to Chambers Field. Wayne looking to stay unbeaten in the conference. Ryan Hall and Northside trying to change that. Wayne, 5 minutes left. It's Wayne, the 34-yard field goal. They would take a 13-6 lead. Northside's defense then stepping up. It's Taquan Walker. Gets his hands up, knocks a pass away. Jermon Morris picks off the INT. Start of the fourth. It's Northside driving the INT inside the 1. Adrian Williams takes the handoff in for the score. This would set up the score. The interception here takes it down to the 1. That's Adrian Williams coming up here, taking the handoff in for the score. This makes it 13-12 Wayne, 9:53 left in the fourth, and that's where the Generals D will step up big time. The big interception as Northside trying to come back in this one, but it's Devon White knocking that one away right there. That would set up an 8-yard touchdown. Wayne gets the win here, 19-12 the final.
Over at Zollner Stadium, both Southside and Concordia looking for win number 1 this season. Second quarter, the Cadets striking. Tanner Spencer, the nice pump fake, then he airs it out. Matt Adair hauls in the 21-yard strike. Cadets up 14-7. Ross getting a shot of the cheerleaders. Almost missed the ensuing kickoff. Good thing it was just almost, because Adrian Mabel goes 76 yards to the house. Archers would miss the point after, so they're still trailing Concordia 14-13. Southside, though, would reclaim the lead before half. Levante Choice finding Tim Gaines for the 19-yard score for the Archers.
His knee was down.
Oh, was it?
His knee was
down.
Well,
it didn't matter because they ended up winning by 14 points. 41-27 as Southside gets their first win of the season.
All right, well, coming up, we're going to head to ACAC country. That means Bluffton going for win number 3 this season.
And up in Steuben County, 2 undefeated teams go head-to-head. We'll check in on Lakeland and Angola next in the Highlight Zone.